Hello, welcome. I'm Sianna, and I'd like to share with you a story of Matsyendra. So you know the pose in yoga, Ardha Matsyendrasana, where it's a twisting pose. So here's a story connected to that pose that we do so often on our mats. So there is this young boy by the name of Matsyendra, and he's born in a fishing village. But for some reason, and no one really knows quite sure why, this young boy was unwanted in the village. And so the village people threw him into the sea. And this little boy thrown into the sea is swallowed by a huge whale. And the whale swallows the little boy and takes him down, 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 down to the bottom of the sea. And at the bottom of the sea is a secret cave. And it's a cave where the teachings of yoga are happening every single day. It's the cave of Shiva and Shakti. And the teachings go something like this. Shakti will come to Shiva and she'll say, "Shiva, please tell me, what is the secret of the universe?" And Shiva looks to his beloved Shakti and says, "My beloved, you are the secret of the universe. You are the point that the universe was trying to make all along." And then their conversations become love songs in the teachings of yoga. And sometimes Shiva will even come to Shakti and say, "My beautiful Shakti, what is my nature?" And she looks at her beloved and she says, "Your nature is Vasudeva. Your nature is that you are the dwelling place of light itself, Deva, of the light, Vasu, the dwelling place." Now during this time, the little boy is in the belly of the whale and he keeps asking the whale, keep me close, because he wants to hear all the teachings. And for 16 years, he stays close to Shiva and Shakti by that secret cave, learning the teachings of yoga. And then one day, the whale rises up to the surface of the water and spews forth this little boy who's now 16 years older, and he is half man and half fish, thus Ardha Matsyendrasana, the yoga pose that you know. And he is now Matsyendra, the lord of the fish, and he's a great, great teacher of yoga. Now about 7 years prior to this moment, there was a woman who was doing all these practices trying to get Shiva's attention because she wanted a son. And so Shiva came to her and he walked by her in his beggar's form and he put a pile of ash into her hands. And he said, "Take care of this pile of ash and it will become your son." And she was so insulted by the entire exchange that as she was walking by a big pile of cow dung, she just threw the pile of ash into the heap of dung. Now, 7 years later, Matsyendra comes onto the earth and he goes to the woman and he says, "My lady, where is your son? Because he is going to be a great teacher of yoga." And she looks at him sort of disgusted and she says, "What son? I wasn't given a son. I was just given an old dirty pile of ash put into the palm of my hand by that filthy begging Shiva." And he says, and she says, "And what I did with it is I just threw it into a great big pile of cow dung because that's where it deserved to go." And so Matsyendra just smiled and said, "Can you tell me where that pile of cow dung might be?" And as he goes there, he finds that rising up from that heaping compost pile of cow dung emerges this radiant little boy, and his name is Gorakshanat. And he becomes Matsyendra's first student and also becomes the founder of modern day Hatha Yoga. Thank you very much. Namaste.